create a path, any path, or multiple paths in Illustrator. Obviously any of those. And then once you've done that, just go down here to the width tool and you can go down to scallop or scallop. I'm not certain, one or two. Now this has been in Illustrator since whenever, so you should have it in your version. Well, default is quite a small brush and you can just apply it over here. What it does, creates a random curve or random detail and you can apply it over there. Now I would suggest be careful if you apply it multiple times. It creates a lot of points and it can cause your machine to crash. Well, Illustrator to crash I should say, not the machine. But you can see the effect, lovely sort of curved random. What you can do, press return or double click and you can see the settings. Unfortunately, as always with Illustrator, and I don't know why now, these panels are still modal where you can't apply it to this. So what you can do, just enter a large value and also set the intensity up, say 70, and you can then apply it. And you can see complexity and detail. I would suggest you've got, goes up to 12, whatever, keep it 2 or 3, and also detail 2 or 3. It creates a lot of points. Okay, and then just apply it. And you can see the result as you apply over there. Press return. If you put the intensity down to 1, it's quite handy, that's a default. It looks odd, 1 as a default, but it's still useful because you can just apply it and it creates like a sort of a sketch-like effect, very subtle. Well, it's still quite strong, but still. But you can set it up to say 40 or 50. Also you can set angle. Angle, not so effective. You can set it say 5 or whatever. I'm going to set it to 100 say, there, and set an angle minus 40 or minus 45. So you can see that and then apply it. And it sort of gives an effect that it's sort of going at 45 degrees. It's not so clear in this one as in some of the other tools. So press return there. I would suggest just keep it at 0. They're quite, and also set that to 20 again, or 250 points there. Actually, I'm just going to set that to 20 centimeters as it says there. Okay, complexity. You can increase it. So let's just put it to 3, maybe detail to 3. I really don't like pushing it too far because it creates a lot of points. You can see a lot of points created there. That's just hovering over. Be careful not to apply it again. If you apply it 2 or 3 times, guarantee, well, certainly on my machine, it will crash. So I don't know why there isn't a sort of check in it to say over 1,000 points or over 50 points or something. Don't add any more. But it doesn't do that. Would be nice because it is quite a powerful feature, this one. Creates great results, but unfortunately it can be very dramatic. Okay, so let's just reduce that down. Let's just go detail there and just put that down to 1 again. What you've also got is brush effects in tangent, and you can just vary these. So you can just go over there and apply like that. And it does create different responses. And also you can see that if you just go to direct selection tool, you can select certain points and you can see the result. So if I just again go back down to the scallop, just press return there, and this time just say brush effects, that one, and you can see the response. Now personally they look much the same, I know, but again you can still go direct selection tool and you can see things, so you haven't got anything going out there, you've just got that singular one there. So you can see there is a difference. Back to scallop, does help to be on the right one. Okay, also you can just set that, maybe set that one, and so on. You can vary them. Now it's a pity it's not a drop down. Personally I would prefer a drop down there, but you can, and you can see then you've got the response there, and you can create some very unique shapes just by doing that. Again, you can see like that. So each and every variation of this, even though it doesn't seem like it does much, can be used to create some interesting combinations of designs, which again, now you can apply it locally. Just so there, you don't have to apply it all over the whole thing. You just apply it to that, leave the other bit untouched. As I said, you can also apply it to multiple ones. So let's just quickly create some other shapes. So just go to ellipse tool, create another ellipse, and so on. So you've got those, and simply select all of those, and then just go to the scallop there, and you can then see, create very rapidly, sort of very unusual shapes like that. So a whole variety of different. Now, show brush size. You can always turn that off. That doesn't really do much other than the fact that then you can't see the brush. But you can see as you do that, you can create all kinds of distortions like that, which is, I think, is quite nice. However, let's just go and select some text. So you've got some text and just drag that out. And now, of course, try scallop. Let's just go there. It will not do it. Must be converted to outline. So simply just go to Object, Expand. So you've expanded it there. And now, of course, you can go to scallop and create that. Maybe the response is not exactly what you want, but it certainly can be used to distort the text in quite a few and unusual ways. Of course, as with anything, maybe just select that part and apply it just there. Just go there and just apply like that. So you don't actually modify the whole lot. Now, it's exactly the same with symbols, etc. There's a whole thing. Some things you can't work with, some things you can. So that's it. Just use that. Go over here, scallop, press return. You've got a whole range of different options. I say complexity, if you want a lot of points, or just keep it down very low, maybe 1 and 1 or 2. Set these values depending on what you want. And also set the width and intensity. Again, if you want it more extreme, go for 90 and apply it like that. And you can distort your design in lots of ways. But I would suggest, as with all these tools, that you save your work before you go any further, before you start, because they create a lot of points. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.